Ryan, what are the biggest headaches for online sellers these days?
Yeah, so I would say the biggest headache or headaches is actually knowing when to become compliant or if you have an obligation to comply with a state sales tax laws. So that's definitely number one. And I think an example would probably be a great way to communicate this. It's a very confusing area of tax. And the reason it's very confusing is because there's 50 states, approximately 44 of them impose a sales tax. Each state have different rates. Local jurisdictions have different rates, and each one has separate, compliance requirements. We actually had a client who was not aware of their obligations to collect sales tax. But what happened was they were a Shopify seller, and they began to collect sales tax from customers in certain states when they found out that they needed to, when they decided that they found out they needed to become compliant. So they turned sales tax collection on for customers located in certain states, usually based on the ship to location in Shopify. What the problem was that they were not registered to collect sales tax in those states. So basically what they were doing was they were collecting sales tax and not remitting it. This is not a good thing. It can be criminal. Usually in order to be considered criminal, there has to be, criminal intent, which, you probably won't get to that level unless you realize what you're doing and you stop doing it or you continue to do it. What ended up happening was, he came to us and said, how do I deal with this? I'm stressed out. I don't know what to do. Obviously I shouldn't be doing this. And so, we gave him options. And what ended up happening was we got him properly registered in these states. And then we were able to file back tax returns in all these states and remit the tax that he collected, when he realistically shouldn't have. But in between all of that, and now he's a monthly sales tax client, right? And he doesn't have to worry about anything. He gets 1 or 2 emails a month from us that says, hey, these are the balances due. Okay, we're all done for March, or we're all done for April. So I guess the moral of the story there is that a lot of things can go wrong, right? A lot of things, trying to do this yourself is very complex just because there are so many states that have so many different requirements. I mean, it comes down to even the websites that you register. What tax are you registering for? Each state has unemployment insurance. They have sales tax, income tax. There's just so many different types of taxes. What if you click the wrong button and you register for the wrong type of tax? The biggest headaches are, figuring out what you need to do and then actually going and doing it. So I would say those, that just throwing in an example there, I would say those are probably the biggest headaches from a compliance standpoint when it comes to sales tax for remote sellers.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I remember this client, he called me and he was losing sleep at night. He was so stressed, and now he spends as much time as it takes to read 1 email a month, 2 emails a month, and never has to think about sales tax again. So I'm glad we were able to help him. And there's a lot of people in these situations that really you just need to find out which states you owe sales tax in. You have to register in those states, and you need to start filing in those states. It can be complicated. It definitely can. Different states have different filing requirements, but with the firm like us, you don't have to worry about that. It'll be 1 email in your inbox every month.